and welcome to the Handy Women channel. I'm here today with Rhonda Stoltzfus. Hi, Rhonda.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm excited. We're going to get into one of our what not to do stories, which I think is so fun because that's how we learn. We learn by mistakes from the time we're kids, and so it's so fun for me. So I hear the story today is something about the fact that walls are not built straight.
No, we learned that the hard way, unfortunately. So our basement, when we moved into this house, the basement was Pepto-Bismol pink everywhere. I mean, counters, bathroom, floors, the tiles on the floor were like this. I don't know what look they were going for, but it was something. So we decided that had to be the first thing to go in this house. So my husband said he would put in the floor and, do all the stuff, but I had to, research everything, do all the project management, order all the stuff that we needed and choose everything. I said, okay, I like to plan, no problem. So it was totally on me when there was in the bathroom, the vanity that was in there, it was a double sink vanity and we wanted a double sink again. And there was walls on each side of where it went. So, we needed to have just the right size vanity to go in there. And I forget what it was. It was like a 60-inch vanity, I think. And so I measured and it was all fine, except for I only measured the opening at the back. So where the back of the vanity would go. So I measured and I'm like, okay, we need to measure top, middle, bottom. Like when you're going to do window treatments, you got to measure all these different parts. So I did that. I mean, it was one of those where I knew better, but I didn't measure like the opening of the wall. So at the front, where the front of the vanity was, I didn't measure that opening separately. I just measured at the back. So when we got the vanity in, of course, it did not fit. It was about an inch too big. And I'm looking at it like, oh man, because by that time it was past the return window and we were kind of stuck.
I wouldn't even have thought of doing the top, the middle, I would have done like the front and then the length. That's all I would have done. So you were already so many steps ahead.
Not far enough. I needed more.
It seems so illogical that the back and the front would be different.
See, I mean, I just thought, oh, it's fine. It'll, if the back is that size, it'll be fine. But no.
Wait, so then you show up with your new vanity and then what? Now it fits the back and you had to trim the front?
Well, yeah. So I ended up cutting into the drywall on each side at the front.
Oh, you cut the wall?
We cut the wall because I'm like, well, I
did not see that one coming at all. It doesn't fit the walls, just cut the walls.
Wall out. Yeah. So we had this little.
How can it look good? Does it just look so weird? Like the thing goes inside the wall?
Well, I'm really glad it's the guest bathroom and that I don't have to look at it every day because.
We know how you feel about your guests.
I love them, but I know they don't care. So I'm the only one that sees these little, like I can tell that it's patched right there and it's not quite as perfect as I'd like it to be. I might still work on it someday.
But does it look like it goes into the walls or does it look like it's part of the wall?
Well, so once we got it in, then of course there's these 1-inch little gouges in the wall because most of it fit. It was just the countertop that was too wide. So we got the whole thing in by cutting into the edge of the wall. And then it was, okay, how are we going to hide this mess we just made? Yeah. So we did a lot of like drywall patching, and I need to really, the problem with it is it needs to be textured properly to match the rest of the wall. So that we've just been like, this is a small thing. It's good enough for now.
So here's my question. If you had measured the front as well, how would you get a vanity of those precise dimensions?
Exactly. I mean, we probably wouldn't have been able to because they don't really come, like, I think there were 58 inches and maybe 60, but not really 59.
So would you have done 58 and left a little space in between? Like if you had measured it, what would it have ended up looking like?
Right. It wouldn't have looked good. So in a way, I mean, we may have ended up doing this anyway, just to get it to look built in. But yeah, I like things perfect.
Yeah, because otherwise, what is the option? You just have to build your own vanity that matches those
Right.
exact.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could have gotten a custom vanity, somebody come in but I mean, it gets really expensive, and we're usually kind of trying to we want to make, since we don't live in houses super long, usually we want to make them, um, I guess we want to increase the value without paying contractor prices.
Yeah.
That's
And so
usually our
could
goal.
you have with the vanity like maybe trimmed? Oh no, because it was bigger in the front.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there was just no good, other than that I
And then
would have measured
59,
first.
yeah, because otherwise if they were 59, you get a 59 and then you trim the back. But then you have
Yeah,
to trim it to match, because of course if the wall isn't straight, it's not a straight.
yeah. It would have. I mean, nothing was really going to work. So I guess if we'd gotten a smaller one that fit, we could have maybe, put some molding along the edge or something to make it, to kind of hide those gaps. I don't
That's
know.
a puzzle right there.
Yeah.
What an interesting predicament.
Yes, yes. In my defense, though, the rest of the basement where we did the kitchen, I measured perfect for that. So that came out great.
But I mean, I love that it falls on the person who didn't measure instead of the person who built not straight walls.
Well, right. I mean, I can't find that guy anymore. He's probably long gone.
Yeah, it's like really the person to blame is not the person who measured after the fact. It's the person that made the walls.
Yes, not straight at all.
Yeah. Yeah, because I suppose even building your own vanity would be really hard, because it's something to build like a furniture made out of wood, but something that's gonna have water in and day out.
Yeah,
That seems like
yeah,
a lot harder.
right.
Or maybe you build a vanity and then you put, I'm just now riffing, but and then you put things on top.
I don't know.
I don't really know.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll find someone who built their own vanity and we'll talk about that.
Yes, yes. I want to know how they did it because
Moral of the story: measure the back, the
measure
middle, the front, the top, the middle, the bottom.
everything, measure it all.
Measure it all. Wow. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Congratulations on finding a solution that didn't involve
Right.
throwing away the vanity or the idea of the project.
Yes.
Bye, Rhonda. Thanks again.
Bye.